It's a bright new day and I'm back here in the garage, and I'm going to have to speed it up a little bit here because we got quite a bit to go through yet. But in this box there's a homemade follower rest, and I suppose this fits the Logan lathe, but I haven't even tried it yet. There's some kind of chuck or work holding device. No good, I don't think. This is one of the Jacobs brass-jawed armature chucks, so that's kind of nice if it's not too badly worn, with a number 2 Morse staple. Quite a few good things in here. Now here's a real small, oh, it looks like about a, that's 4-inch 4-jaw chuck. Very small thread. I think that's for one of those little Craftsman lathes, and I can't find, well, it does say model 101 or something on there. Lathe dog. There's a big chuck. Doesn't look very good. The tang doesn't look good, but that's at least a 5/8. Another boring bar, about a 3/4. Homemade arbor. Some shell reamers, probably no good. There's a lot of little cutters and the things in here, and several sets. I don't know if they're full sets, but there's quite a few chuck jaws in there, and I hope they fit my chucks. Yeah, there's a whole handful of them here. There were other chucks at the auction that I did not succeed in buying, but boy, there's a lot of jaws in there. It's a shame at an auction that these things get separated by auction workers who either do not know or do not care, and they're just boxing things up. There's a few more dogs. You know, something like this isn't any good. That looks ancient. Some knobs. All kinds of chuck keys, probably about a dozen in there in all, and then just some scrap. A lot of scrap in there. This is you know, a dull file with a broken tang. That means somebody used it to pry, and I don't know what that is, but that looks like about all there is of value. Oh, there's some sockets, but they look like cheapies. I got a million sockets. Another sleeve. Another center. That doesn't look, there's no taper on that center. Alright, that's it for that box. Next box real quickly. Remember when they said Lucky Strike Green has gone to war? So that tin box is, yeah, there's some odds and ends of reamers in there, but that box is from the 40s then, early 40s. In that tray there's some, there's tool post wrench, some high-speed steel, there's an Armstrong cutoff tool. Ice cube tray here. There's a straight Armstrong holder. That's the size I use. You know, there's a few things in here that you're going to find on my What Is It. You know, I think those are fuses of some kind. V-block. There's another chuck jaw. Why is there only one? Some nice wrenches, although they're rusty. There's a Klein, 1 1/16. Williams, 1 1/8. A compound from a lathe that looks like, but it might be homemade, but although there's a dovetail on it, but I suspect that's just scrap. And in this ice cube tray we got some more reamers, adjustable reamers, broken. Why would you keep something like that? Some old pipe reamers. There's a what is it. That's about it. Not a whole lot in there. Disappointment. Here's yet another box. That little pamphlet was in there, Files for the Farm by Nicholson, and you might have recalled me doing a series of videos called Philosophy, which I put out by the same company, but this I guess is files related more to a farm. Not sure what the difference is other than for horse's hooves or something like that. Here's that crotch center that I was talking about earlier. I'm glad to get that. I didn't have a good one of those. And an older Jacob's chuck with a number 2 that kind of beat up here. I might have to get a new shank for it. Oh, there's a brand new 7/8 bit step shank. I didn't look at the tip of it. What do we got here? What's the top and what's the bottom? Oh, it's got a thread on it. Oh, complete set of center drills. Oh yeah, that's a dirty trick. Wonder why it was sitting in there so low. There's another one of those boring bar holders for lathes. Not that I don't have enough of these, but there's a Starrett speed counter. So it makes 3 that I got. Screws, wood screws, I don't care about wood screws. Another 2 to 3 sleeve. And that's empty. Number 2 center, not in bad shape. Number 3. Another number 3, needs sharpening. There's a whole box again of what looks like they might be punches or homemade punches or gauges or I don't know what they are. Maybe scrap iron. Same thing there. Hey, there's a button hook. No, Tubalcain isn't so old that he had to use a button hook when he was a kid, but I do know what they're for. Why would you keep a bolt like that? Why? This isn't the Depression anymore, you know. Hey, half nuts, 1969. No doubt, knowing this guy, they're the used ones. Those are the half nuts. I guess for a Logan lathe. I'll have to examine them closer. Did I ever talk about half nuts and what they are? It's for threading on a lathe. The original box, apparently. Ward's, okay, Ward's Genuine Parts. You know that these Logan lathes were also sold by Ward's, so apparently you could get the parts. Ward's was headquartered out of Chicago, and so was Logan Engineering Company, or whatever it was. Special drills and reamers. Oh, there's some tiny little drills or something in there. And that's about it for that box. Some of these box lots got mixed up at the auction where I just dumped one box full into another, so they're not all purchased the way you see them here. But there's a nice 15-inch diamond adjustable wrench. If I decide to become an artist, there's 10 artist brushes. Now here's the face plate, the dog plate for the Logan apparently, and that's a 6-incher. Very good shape. And a larger one, 8-inch. No rust even, those are nice. I like that big one. There's a great big fake vice grips. It's not a real one. A complete 1-pound roll of 20 thousandths diameter brass wire. That's nice. Never know when you might need some 20 thousandths wire. Trailer hitch. Somebody had a pipe wrench on there. Cheapy threading set. That's no good. Here are needle valve for a Ford 8N carburetor. Little meter. I hope this works. My other analog meter broke, and I got a load of nice digital ones, but I like an analog one once in a while. Here's a pair of Master Mechanic snap ring pliers that look pretty nice with all of the tips. Possibly never used. I like. And here is a set of pipe extractors. These are internal pipe wrenches, and they're rigid brands. That's probably a $50 set if a guy had to buy them for half, 3/4, I believe, and 1 inch. I like that too. This is quite a valuable find here. It's a milling attachment for a lathe, but it does not fit the Logan. I tried it and it does not fit onto my South Bend 10-inch, but right here I have an old compound I've had for years. That's off of a South Bend, a 9-inch, and the diameter here and the dimensions match with this, so evidently this fits a 9-inch, although it seems so massive for that, but I cannot find a trademark on it anyplace. I don't know if it's a genuine South Bend or an aftermarket, or if anybody can help me with that and think they know what it is, let me know. It needs a good cleaning up, but it will move. Stay with me, there's only 3 containers left. You like a Chevy Blazer? I don't know what this is. Some kind of vise. There's a right and a left-hand thread on it. And quite a large assortment here of springs. And a lot of key stock. I always like that make a key material. Boy, a lot of that. Threaded rod. These are springs, not threaded rod. That's it. This I think I bought for the container. Eureka, flash. Buried underneath all of that spring stock, here is a nice little Starrett precision level with the extra cross vial right here. Wow, that's nice. It'll clean up, and both vials are working and not broken. Looks like about a 6-inch, perhaps. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice find in the bottom of a box. Didn't know it was there. Here's a 4-jaw chuck. It wasn't in this box. I just threw it in there now. And that'll fit the Logan lathe and is a 6-inch. I don't see the trademark on it, but it's a nice looking one, and it was oily, so it's nice to find these things when they're oily instead of rusty. Now the other things in here, the reason I bought it was for these gears, and it was 20 bucks. That looks like the bottom of a vise or something like that, and these are all, I believe, punches. Oh, there's a counter bore, and I'll go through there, but that looks like it's pretty much junk. Now on this one, another refrigerator, ice cube tray, I think. There's some more jaws. 1, 2, 3, 4 jaws, 5. You see there aren't any complete sets. Oh, there are the 6. So there's 6 jaws in there. But there were some chucks that were sold at the auction that I did not buy, so I'm probably in possession of some of those chucks, unfortunately. There's some counter bores, you know, an engine valve. Why is that in another counter bore? Some scrap. I'll go through that in more detail here in a minute, off camera. Just one more box. Back to this box. Almost forgot to talk about the gears. So there we've got 4, 5, 6 gears, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 gears. I believe they're all for a Logan lathe. Now there was another Logan lathe sold at that auction without a quick change gearbox. I think I have a little photo of. I suppose those are the gears for that. But since I have 2 other Logan lathes without, well actually one without quick change gearbox, I got plenty of change gears here, and those are all in a real nice condition with no rust, and they're cast iron, which to me was so much better than the Atlas zinc alloy gears. A quick update now that I've gone through everything on these chucks. So there's a total here of 4 4-jaw chucks and just 2 3-jaw chucks. Also, there were only 3 chuck wrenches, so we got one for that one, and then this doesn't fit anything. I need chuck jaws for this, reverse jaws. I looked through all of these jaws. These jaws fit nothing. These jaws may fit that. I have to take them out, find a chuck key and take them out and see if they fit. I do not have the reverse jaws for these. I thought that this set here, and that's a match set, that's marked number 5, but they do have a different width. They're about 10 thousandths difference in width. So, also I noticed on this chuck that this is apparently a Morse taper on here. But I checked on my lathes, and none of my lathes will take that, so I'll take that back plate off and work on this. But without having the other set of jaws like that, my heart's not in that. I got more chucks than I know what to do with anyway, so it doesn't matter. Here's a little roll around cart, and the way this auctioneer did this, and he was a doozy, he sold the contents of the top drawer to me for 10 bucks or whatever it was. There was nothing in this drawer, and then he wanted to sell the cart itself, so I was the only bidder. I bought the cart for $1. I was going to leave it there, just use it to move stuff around at the auction, but that's a nice little cart. Perfect for putting chucks on or different things and rolling it around to different machines. You know, one lousy $1. Needs a little cleaning up. Needs paint, but it'll never get it from me. Now I'll take the drawer out and show you what's in that. And that's the last of it. I know you're saying, thank goodness, if you've been with me this long. The only reason I bid on this drawer is there was a nice 15-inch genuine crescent wrench. Works okay. I think those are about $30 if you got to buy one. Here's a chuck, not a Jacobs. Nice chunk of brass. There's a center, I think they call it a pad center. I thought I had a crotch center. Did I show that off before or not? These are boring bar holders for the lathe, but they're apparently shop built. Here's a man's name. Oh man, he built that in 1927. They were still making Model Ts then, I think. Nicely made. Maybe an apprenticeship project, and there's another one. And that says Auto Unzinger on it. No date. A homemade knurling tool. There's some shim stock in there, but here's some of that CMD pressure lubricant. Oh, I can smell it from here, and I do like the smell. It puts me back in high school at 16 years old in the machine shop. This is a cross-feed screw and nut, and I don't know if it fits these Logans or what. They're a left-hand thread. I think I'll hang on to that just in case I ever need it. Hey, finally a chuck key. Some kind of fly cutter, homemade I suppose. And there's a whole bunch of boring bars here. Most of them look homemade. More there. Another one. Oh, there's the carriage stop for the Logan. That was worth $10 in itself. 2 tool holders. Here's a cutoff tool holder. I believe it's an Armstrong, yes. Boy, who ground that thing? And here's another little boring bar holder. Clem, it says on it. Clem on both sides. Looks like it's been case hardened. Nicely done. Here's another gear. Another number 2 center. Boy, there was a lot of centers. Now I feel sorry for that other guy that bought the other Logan. And you know what? He was out. I don't think he knew anything about machine shop. He was loading his lathe while they were selling this other stuff, so he missed out on it. He probably did not know what he needed to get. There's a carbide tool. That's about it. Well, now I'm back to having a mess in my garage, and I got to clean up some tools and sort through them a little more than what I did here in this video. And I also bought this hazardous sign that I can use on one of my tractors. That was $1, but you know, those are about $9, I think, at a farm store. Okay, this is this was laying on that lathe right here when I bought the lathe, and it is a 36-inch Logan ruler. Some more on punched holes in the end there, but other than that, a little tarnishing and so on, and that's going to be a nice ruler. I like the Lufkins. They reminded me of what we used in school, because it was a durable sheet metal layout ruler. Thanks for watching this very long video, and I hope this didn't come across as a bragging session, but I just wanted to show you people out there that have never been to an auction the plunder that is available, but you better take your wallet with you. However, at this one, I didn't see all that many other machine shop men. They were mainly tractor men and antique collectors, and I don't buy antiques unless they're along this line. So this is Tubalcain saying so long for now, and watch my many other videos, and I will do a video talking about this Logan lathe here in the near future. So long for now.